So today's going to be a little bit different. This is my son's Can-Am Maverick. He's had this for a few years now. He bought some property down in West Virginia by the Hatfields and McCoys. So he goes down there several times a year, stays at his property, and then rides the trail system. Well, he has been wanting to do some lighting upgrades because it really doesn't have much for lights, and what's there is less than fantastic. So he wanted to add some more marker lights and tail lights and turn signals, because it doesn't have turn signals. And it really just has brake lights and reflectors. So he started digging around on the Parts Am website, and he found these lights. These are the Maltese Cross. They come with a little mounting plate that they snap into, and you just have the two wires to make the connection. And they're a nice size for this. I suppose these are probably pretty popular on motorcycles. He liked them for his side-by-side, so he is laying out where he may want to put some of these lights, and we're going to wire them all up. He would like to add turn signals to this at some point. He wants some backup lights at some point. But for right now, we started on the rear. There used to be a reflector here and a reflector here. And as you see, these lights really fit that size well. And they don't come out past the original light here. And then you get one on the side. So he's thinking about this will be a marker light, this will be a turn signal and brake light, or just turn signal, one or the other. Same thing here. And then he's laying them out in the front. He's thinking about adding some in here, maybe one here, maybe doing away with this one and using one of them lights there, because they're also reflective, as you can see inside there. And they fit perfect where these reflectors were. He's also laid some out on the top. He's not certain if that's what he wants to go with or not. We may end up going with 3/4 LEDs up there. We'll have to wait and see what he decides. But these things get muddy, they get dirty, they get soaked in water, and he just came back from a trip not long ago, and you can see this is how it is. So we're going to be putting all the wiring, all of our connections will be soldered, deox, heat shrink, so hopefully it'll last a very, very long time with no trouble. So that being said, let's get to work.
That stuff to protect it if it gets wet.
Moisture oxidation.
Well, we'll definitely have this. Yes, definitely.
So I don't use heat shrink connectors, just crimp connectors, because we know where it's going. So if you notice, we're doing two different conductors, okay? Red and black are going here because this is going to be a turn signal and this is going to be a marker. So we just ran two separate grounds just because we had it.
Did he originally have turn signal?
No.
Oh, okay.
We're going to be adding those.
Well, that's cool. Ours don't
It's
have.
going to be lit up like a Christmas tree.
Well, he'll like that. Ours don't have turn signals, does it?
Not yet. But I have yet to do this to ours.
Yeah, I'm yet to ride ours.
So I see the glue coming out, we know we're good. These are pretty delicate wires, and we can't just let them hang like this. So we have to protect them and tuck them up because mud will get on there, and the weight of the mud can tear the wires. So we got to be very conscientious of where they go and how they're supported. This piece is not to keep the water out as much as it is just to protect those fine wires. Now, I'm going to wire loom these. So this is a service loop. I'm just adding extra wires so if he has to replace a light because it got damaged or he ripped the wires loose, we got enough wire to do it. And then it'll get tucked up in here. So we got it all loomed now and taped up. We'll have to get some little zip ties to go on the ends of this because that tape won't hold in the atmosphere it's going in. But I think Justin for this wire brought us all this.
Where's that supposed to come out?
In this area somewhere. Right there.
Oh, down there. Okay, I thought it was going through that channel.
And we'll just tuck our service loop up in there as well. And it'll get all of these wires out of harm's way. They're all tucked up in there because this is pulling on it right there. And we can go route it up forward. So all the back is wired and we're routing the wire up to the front. So we brought it in this stainless steel braided line and it's coming up into the cluster here where all the switches are. This we took off of that line and we just put it back on. It's stainless steel braided line. And if you push on it enough, you can open it up and make it wider. And we put 3 wires through that instead of just 1 like it was. Because it gets pretty hot in the center of this thing, because that's a 1000cc engine right by the driver and passenger. So it's not going to hurt to put some protective sheathing on what we're doing. He's going to put some, what's it called? That kills mat or whatever it is. It says, yeah, it's like a thermal insulation mat. He's going to put behind all the plastic to help out. So he's mounted this one. That's the mounting bracket for the light, and we're gonna drill that hole. And he's got these ones mounted too on the front now. So now we just have to run the wires to these and solder it all in. That'll be next. Alright, so we got this soldered in place. This is up here. We've added a marker. These are marker and turn signal both in one light. So there are 3 conductors, 3 wires per light. So we just soldered all that in, got it heat shrink. Now we're going to start routing it to where it belongs.
Yep, it's working. So the 2 sides are markers then, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, nice and bright.
They are bright. Okay, I got these other front ones done. Let's try them now. Make sure they work okay. Marker.
There's
And this should be
2 of those.
Yes? No?
Yes.
So they get brighter?
Yeah.
So we're wired right. Okay, let's move on to the next side. Brandon's got the holes drilled up front for his cab lights. And we've got the wire, he's drilled a hole here and he's got the wire run. So we can start soldering on that, but I'll have to do that next. He has a tablet that goes up here, so we're gonna either run a hard line through this up here to his tablet, put a plug on it, or we're gonna put a USB plug up here, one or the other, something or other. But there's a lot of soldering to do. Well, after hours and hours and hours of soldering, and then soldering again for the screw ups we made, it's finally done. What we ended up doing was Brandon got this switch here, and it's actually for a motorcycle. But it's watertight, so we did all our connections back in here, soldered them all in, and then hooked it into this here, and now we need to test them. So this is marker lights. This is supposed to be like headlights, but he didn't need that because his headlights come on with the key. And then that's left turn. That's right turn. And that's the horn, which he's putting the horn on, but he didn't put one on right now. All right, Brandon, you do the turn signals. So he got a flasher that's adjustable to this side. Okay, so it's adjustable because the LED load, and there's only so much LED load here, so you can turn it up and down. Okay, do the other one. Here you go. Now 4 ways. Yep. Marker lights, marker light, marker light, marker light. 4 ways here. Yeah, there you go. And then marker lights up on the top, the cab lights. So it is all done. That was a ton of soldering. Ton of work. But it's worth it. I think so. It's a pretty neat little switch, really. It'll be cool with the... Oh, yeah, we got another switch here for his...
LED light bar.
Yeah, the light bar. He's got a relay to wire in yet. We didn't make it, but he needs to get going home. But yeah, that's it. So, pretty interesting. All finished up.